TV interview. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear me? Hello. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. We're 1 hour plus behind schedule. Hi. I hope you're not tired. Have you had something to eat? Are you hungry? Okay, there's something to eat in the next few hours. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hanifa, and I am the Programs and Community Manager at Ingressive for Good. This is officially the start of Hacklab 2022, Hacklab Nigeria 2022 Hackathon. And if you're excited to be here, let me see your smiles. Let me see your hands. Okay, we can do better. I know you're hungry. All right, thank you. So welcome everyone, and I want to say an especially thank you to our sponsors. I'm sure you can see all of them there. The Oladele Fajemirokun Foundation, Coven Labs, Tech Cabal, Blue Africa, and Node 8, and then African Tech Foundry for this space as well. So welcome once again, and just so we do not go behind more schedule, I'm going to be inviting Daniel, the Vice President of Hacklab Foundation, to give us the opening prayer. Is Daniel here? Okay, so Daniel is coming in. Hi, Daniel.
All right, let's close our eyes and say a quick word of prayer. Father, we are thankful for a day like this. A lot of time, effort, energy, money has gone into putting together an event like this. We pray and ask for your strength. We ask for your grace. We ask for your wisdom to be able to execute whatever we have in mind. We commit participants into your hands. We ask that you give them the ideas and the ability to execute them. We commit our speakers into your hands. We pray for wisdom and understanding of the purpose for which we have gathered here today. Thank you so much for the success you have given us. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Daniel. I want to invite Oluwaseyi to give us the house rules. But most importantly, I think one of it is that let's try to keep our phone in silent so we don't have interference. All right.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Oyintokoni Abasa, fondly called Ama, so you can call me Ama. I'm one of the project managers here at AFF. On behalf of AFF, I want to say thank you and hope you enjoy, your day, and hackathons really are for innovations, and innovation is really what drives the country, individual countries from wherever we are. So just small housekeeping rules. We've designated every area as a workspace. So right here, we're currently at workspace 1 and 2. Upstairs, 3, 4, 5 by number. So you know exactly where you should be and where you can work from. So we've also designated the male restroom is over there. And there's a unisex restroom right there, opposite the kitchen. And there's the female restroom just adjacent workspace 11, opposite workspace 11. So what else? So because currently of people working upstairs, but yeah, I believe you've been told where you've been designated to where exactly you can collaborate for today and where you can collaborate tomorrow and Sunday. The office is open, the rooftop is open. Just feel free. You're welcome. Thank you very much as well, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And just like I mentioned earlier, try to keep your phone in silent so we don't have interference. And at the same time, if you're sharing on social media, which we are encouraging you to do, try to use the hashtag hash. Man, it's easier to just say, to just type it out, but like hash Hacklab 2022. All right, so next I'm going to be introducing the Hacklab Foundation. You're going to, go through that screen to watch a short video. Yeah, so I'm going to be introducing Lily, the Executive Director for Hacklab Foundation. She's going to be taking us through Hacklab and why we're here. What started as a small gathering 5 years ago has grown into something beautiful that we all have become so proud of, and that is the Hacklab Foundation. I've always maintained the view that a community leader is one who has the ability to empower people to collaborate and create in an inclusive environment, and that is what my role as the team. What started as a small gathering 5 years ago has grown into something beautiful that we all have become so proud of, and that is the Hacklab Foundation. I've always maintained the view that a community leader is one who has the ability to empower people to collaborate and create in an inclusive environment, and that is what my role as the team lead for community engagement at the Hacklab Foundation seeks to do. We are building hubs in schools to unite students to projects that are scalable. It's even more interesting to know, since the onset of these hubs in schools, we've had an upsurge of females participating in an event. A clear case in point is the Ho Technical University, whose all-female team won multiple categories at the last hackathon. And we've had ladies come back to us and impact other people in the community. Our projection this year is that there is more to happen through believing in the power of technology, and that's what the hackathon this year regarding AI seeks to do. Oh my God, can we have a replay? I feel like it's like football field and we just replay that. Can we rewatch it? That was so nice. All right, thank you so much for that. I think we have one more video to watch. I think it's really interesting that we have, access to be able to speak directly or indirectly with the Hacklab Foundation team from Ghana. So the board address on behalf of the Hacklab Board of Trustees, Franklin Asere, the Board of Chair. There's also a video that we're going to be watching now.
Hacklab is indeed a unique foundation for young people at the core of the digital era right now in Ghana and on the entire continent, and indeed in the whole world. We are building the necessary capacity to sustain the digital revolution, the digital era, by young people getting the skills. We are training them in general IT, in the development of databases, etc. They are doing AI in particular. And the sort of skills that are required for we are keeping a repository of skills for these young people so that people can come and leverage these skills when they need them from abroad. I have no doubt that what we are doing here compares very well with what happens in the Silicon Valley today, if not better. And because of what we're doing and because of the foundation like Hacklab, Africa indeed has a digital future. I am indeed proud to be chairman of Hacklab.
round of applause for yourselves, please. If you believe in Africa, if you believe in what you're going to build for the future, if you believe in the tech ecosystem for Africa for the future, a round of applause for yourselves for being here. Yeah. So next on the agenda, so we're going to be inviting the president, Foster, to give us the presidential speech, please.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Is it afternoon already? Okay, good morning for those joining in from GMT, GMT 0, GMT minus 1 to GMT minus 8, and good afternoon to everyone upwards. My name is Foster Wentiti Akugri, and I'm very excited to be here. It's my 7th or 8th time in Nigeria. Probably become a citizen someday. Will you give up your citizenship to become a Ghanaian? Anyways, so we've been on this journey for a long time, and every year I make a long speech, very boring one. This year I decided to play back a journey from when we started and where we are today. So I'll hand over to the media team to quickly play this video, and I will give a brief remarks afterwards to motivate you. I'm here with you for the next 72 hours. Let's see who takes home that 1 million naira. Absolutely. So yeah. Okay. It all started in KNUST. I was in my 2nd year at the time, and I had the opportunity when I was in my 1st year to be part of a community. Friday, we used to meet every Friday at the Vodafone Tech Hub in KNUST, where we got to meet our senior colleagues who were entrepreneurs, got to meet other. It all started in KNUST. I was in my 2nd year at the time, and I had the opportunity when I was in my 1st year to be part of a community called M Friday. And M Friday, we used to meet every Friday at the Vodafone Tech Hub in KNUST, where we got to meet our senior colleagues who were entrepreneurs, got to meet other people from different departments, different faculties, who were very innovative. Like we all shared a common energy, common vision, common drive. And so it created that fusion. Now, when they left, the pioneers of M Friday left, there was no succession plan, so the activity died out, the community died out. And for me, I felt I gained so much from it. And so it became like I decided to make it my life's mission to create an opportunity, a platform similar to that while I was still in school. So it was just a one-time hackathon which evolved from being just a hackathon to having other initiatives that created a continuous engagement, peer-to-peer learning opportunity for people. The first hackathon happened in 2016, focused on promoting e-commerce in Ghana. And through a partnership with Dreamoval and Stanbic Bank, we managed to secure support to create that opportunity. And for the first time, the dream became a reality. We had about 80 participants who came in, and we had almost 30 brilliant e-commerce solutions that were pitched at the end of the hackathon as the outcomes. Today, we see some of these people like Isaac Sessi, who was awarded MIT's 35 under 35 most innovative young people across the world. We see Kweku Tebri and Robert, who are co-founders of Roots Digital, one of the leading software companies in Ghana that's produced an event platform as a service company called Thrill, which powered the Year of Return, and also another platform that allows shops to migrate onto online in less than 30 minutes. These are some of innovative people we churned out from the beginning. And for me, it brings me a lot of fulfillment to see the practical transition of they being students to becoming entrepreneurs and today employing their own colleagues, most of whom also came out of the community. So that is how it all started. 5 years on, Our community has impacted over 8,000 people through several other initiatives. The remote internship program, which is my most dearest amongst all of them, which has managed to solve the challenge between bridging the gap of academia and industry to ensure that the graduates who churn out of our universities are tailor-made to suit the opportunities that industry is creating for us. And so the remote internship program allows students to acquire industry experience concurrently as they go through the university. For example, if you're a student in second year and you enroll onto the program and you're assigned to an organization, you get to work a maximum of 20 hours a week with the organization. This allows you to manage your productive hours while you're in school, remembering that you're entitled to 24 hours a day. And last year, we successfully created opportunity for almost 230 people to gain jobs, national service, and internships here in Ghana. And for me, it's the definition of success for us is being able to look back and listen to the testimonies of people who gained these opportunities and came back to share their experience and also to support other people materialize their dreams. For the expert knowledge and experts who volunteer their time to come every year to support these young people, carve out their idea, get the validation they require to gain that motivation to want to do more. For the people who come to share their failure stories, to tell other people that you're not alone in your failure. For us, these are the things that actually create that community of realizing that you don't require so much to get people to wherever they want to go to, or you don't require so much to start the ignition of the bus that will drive people to their destinations. And Hacklab primarily creates that opportunity, and we base everything we do on diversity, inclusion, and minimum barriers possible to allow everybody the equal opportunity. In 2018, we launched our theme, which was focused on preparing for the fourth industrial revolution. Or are we ready? And so our mission for the last couple of years is to focus on the emerging technologies, educate and create awareness about its existence and the career opportunities available within them, and help create that conversation right amongst the youth to start to think about what could they possibly start to invest their time and resource in educating themselves so that they stay relevant over the next 40 to 50 years. And also to solve the problem of people losing out on opportunity to get jobs. And so 2018, we launched Emerging Technologies, which was focused on fourth industrial revolution. 2019, it was focused on blockchain technology, and we had about 674 participants with about 71 commercially viable projects scaling out of the hackathon. This year, we are focusing on leveraging artificial intelligence to drive the digital transformation in Africa. And we believe that artificial intelligence is what would make the fourth industrial revolution what it should be, because data has become the new fuel for powering technology, and decision-making, real-time decision-making for businesses, for manufacturing companies, for automated vehicles, and the likes all require these things. And so this year's agenda for all the events we'll be hosting will be focused on driving that particular motivation to get the youth to start to think about what's in AI that I need to focus on. What can AI do for me? How can AI power this? How can I be part of the AI journey? What skills do I require to become a specialist in any of the subfields in AI? And so at the end of the hackathon, the projects that will emerge and the skills we hope the students will acquire will be focused on these areas. We are working very hard to gain as many partners as possible who would open up their AI platforms, who would open up APIs and test environments. And we are also working with expert knowledge organizations who come in during the hackathon to share practical examples, as well as our industries experts who come in to share practical use cases or problem statements that will allow the students to think commercially viable solutions that can transform us in terms of Africa to where we are headed to. This year's hackathon promises a whole new experience of what hackathons should look like, where we'll be shaping and discussing the future of artificial intelligence and its influence on the digital transformation of Africa. And you can be part of our agenda on how AI can do it. Be at the hackathon this year and you'll never regret it. Many other opportunities to be shared. Stay. Okay, so thank you very, very much for taking your time to listen to that story. I'm sure it inspired you as it has inspired me all over again, rewatching myself tell the story over and over. When we started this journey, as the video said, it was just an idea we wanted to try. Thankfully, we got the right backing and support. 7 years on, we are here expanding our territories to Nigeria this month. Next month, we are going to Uganda, and then we are going to Kenya afterwards, to Zambia, to South Africa, to Ghana again to host the crown of the events for the year. And I tell you, it's a very difficult job we have decided to take on ourselves. And if you are not called for this purpose, trust me, you fail before you start, because money is never a motivation for this at all. And every single person on the team was chosen by purpose. They were chosen by calling. We spent sleepless nights trying to create and find opportunities. We have become lobbyists by day, asking for those who have money to support you. We have set up an institution that represents that African anchor, powerful anchor, networked enough to give you opportunities to speak for you in the rooms you are not in, so that you get to be in the door when the time comes. Because opportunity is not equally distributed, but talent is. Our job is to find you and make sure you get into the right doors that are waiting for you. And that's the journey we've been on and continue to be on. We are hoping that by 2030, we would have impacted 1 million people and helped over 100,000 people get job opportunities. And our success so far has been thanks to partnerships and people like you who believe you can put your destinies in our hands to help direct them. I always say my personal purpose is to help people find their paths. And if this is what it takes to use hackathons as a way to find you, and then afterwards stay on the journey with us, benefit from all our programs which are absolutely for free, then you are on the right course with us. So thank you very much. Enjoy. Make sure you make the best out of it. This is not just a competition. This is a test of your ability to take advantage of any opportunity that comes in front of you and make good use of it. So while you hack solutions, know that you are learning in the process. You are meeting new people. You are testing your team building skills. You know, developers are usually very close to themselves, conserved and all of that. Don't be that developer, because the new world out there, the fourth industrial revolution, needs people who are outspoken, needs people who are confident, need people who are solution finders and not just problem identifiers. So stop nagging and find solutions to your problems in Nigeria. Have a great day, all of you. My name is Foster.
Man, I'm inspired. Are you? Hell yeah. I can't wait to see the solutions that we're going to get out of this. Again, what the round of applause for him. Yeah. Community service, immediate impact is the motto for one of the largest sponsors for this event. So once I invite this special person, I want you to please give the biggest round of applause we've ever heard here. She's the executive director for the Oladele Foundation, Oladele Fajemiroku Foundation. She's Mrs. Lawumi Foundation. Mrs. Lawumi Fajemiroku. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a lot of foundations. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon. Yes, I'd like to correct that. It's the Oladile Fajemrokun Foundation. All right. First, I've been listening to your welcome speech. It's very humbling, and I'll say that, it's like it's like a kindred spirit, really. You mentioned some things which I will say while I'm bringing out, saying my speech. So I start. All protocol observed. I know that the theme for this year is accelerating artificial intelligence and big data through edge computing. AI is almost a humanities discipline. It is really an attempt to understand human intelligence and human cognition. These were the words of the renowned German-American computer scientist Sebastian Thrun. We cannot truly claim to live in the 21st century without making a conscious effort to thrive and excel in the 21st century. The importance of artificial intelligence cannot be overemphasized in a world awash with big data. Today, AI has challenged traditional approaches to crucial sectors, including healthcare, agriculture, financial services, education, and energy, to mention a few. We are now able to make information in real time in order to make valuable decisions as accurately and as timely as possible. These are decisions that give fillip to business models, improve agricultural output and distribution, streamline and safeguard financial transactions, improve access to quality education and knowledge sharing, and ultimately enhance the experience to performing daily tasks to thrive in a fast-paced world. Certainly, this initiative, Hackathon, could not have come at a better time. While we agree that artificial intelligence is the main driver of the fourth industrial revolution, we must also consider that today's youth are the drivers of the future. It therefore makes common sense and gives me a lot of pleasure to see that young people have taken advantage by participating in Hackathon 2022. Proudly sponsored by Oladile Fajemiroku Foundation, we are a community-focused non-profit fostering a community of youth in ICT that will develop technological solutions through edge computing for the benefit of many generations. Particularly, and as a women folk empowerment enthusiast, I noticed that I heard that the women here, the ladies here is just like 16 percentage. Okay. So I believe as time goes on, it will get better. But I'm very proud of the ladies that are here. Well done.
That's a little below 100, by the way. It's not that it's 16 people.
Yeah, 16%. Oh, 60, 16%, yes. Of 800, okay. I'm sure we'll get better. I consider that this is a welcome development which mirrors the best intention of the Oladile Fajemiroku Foundation empowerment towards self-reliance. What I will say briefly is, listening to Foster's speech, he mentioned a couple of times the word community, which is what you're trying to, or what you've created here. So well done for that. You know, community gives a lot, but it also does ask for a lot. You know, so he's saying, you know what, this is the right place for you to be empowered, and we are hoping you're going to transfer, you know, your skills, your time, your treasure also to others, as we are doing to you at the moment. So it's a give and take, and you are here with people of like minds. So that is what we are all about. I was born, you know, I experienced a lot of analog, so, and digital. Yes, yes. So I will say that, well, we were kind of lucky because we can relate to both, but this generation is pure digital, and the truth is that you need to find your own, you know, the right community to belong. There are lots of people just in the social media space, just, I mean, I don't want to say much, but they're just not doing much with their time, you know. So this is really, really encouraging, and it's very empowering, you know, seeing this sort of community. And you said in your speech that, you know, you're hoping that there will be minimum barrier so that people can, you know, they have the chance and the opportunity. And may I say, for the women, we all know that when it comes to anything technological or mathematics, women, you know, girls try to shy away. And we're hoping that we can break that, you know, that barrier, we can break that boundary, you know, so it can also be anyone really that is welcome. So I'm very, very happy about the development, and obviously it's in our own home country here in Nigeria. So congrats on yourself and your team. You're doing a very remarkable job, you know, and you've said it all, that it's not about the money, but there's so much out there that one can benefit by just, you know, being in this this competition. So I'm hoping that every participant here will take advantage. They'll see beyond the competition, you know, because you never know who you meet, who you talk to, and sky really will be the limit. As I was sitting and I was listening to Foster, I've had so many, oh, okay, maybe we can do this with hackathon, or we can do this and we can do that, and that's how it happens really. It's just a little seed. Another thing I would like to say is, one of my favorite phrases is, many are called, but few are chosen. And so because of that, you should see yourself as the few, and then you need to, as they say, up the ante, and, you know, take it a notch higher, 2 notches higher, knowing that opportunities once lost, at times it's difficult for you to get it back. So this is an opportunity. Take full advantage of it. So I would like to appreciate the Hackathon Foundation for such a laudable initiative, and to all partners. It is my sincere hope that we continue to find common grounds to collaborate for development. As in the words of Albert Einstein, only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Thank you for your time, and I hope for a really successful program.
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm inspired again. Yes, this is very touching. I wish I was participating in the hackathon as well. Whose team can I join? Okay. If I'm not part of the judges. Anyways, I think we're going to be introducing some other partners as well. So I'm going to start with Ingressive for Good. Hello. I have my boss here, Sean Burrows, the co-founder. And thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Awesome. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited that we're able to partner with all of these amazing organizations. I'm seeing a lot of excited faces, and again, I'm just happy to be here. So with that being said, I'll give you a little bit of background information about Ingressive for Good. So we launched in July 2020, but in many ways it's been an extension of work that we've been doing since 2015, 2016. We started off wanting to bring attention to the opportunities that exist in the African continent, primarily Nigeria, where we started. But it transitioned into something different as we continued to bring in more attention and shine light into corners. And what it transitioned to is, again, Ingressive for Good launching in 2020, but with a major focus on increasing the earning power of African youth who are passionate about technology. And that's very important. Why that's so important for us is that there's nobody who can not name 50 problems that we see every day in Nigeria or every day in the African continent. But what technology offers is the lowest barrier to entry. It's easy to say if you have light, it's easy to say if you have a computer and if you have data that you can build the next Facebook. But with that being said, we can. It's not the easiest thing, but again, one of the lowest barriers to entry. So with that in mind, we've created an amazing community. At this point, we have about 200,000 members of Ingressive for Good spread all across the African continent. We love seeing when we are getting messages from Morocco, Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, and in some cases North Korea, which is weird, but here we are. It's a sign that we're reaching into some of these dark corners, right? That don't normally get the light or the attention that they should. So again, not only are we reaching out and launching amazing partnerships, amazing programs with companies like MasterCard, Entry Level, Career Buddy, Zuri, one of our major training partners. We've partnered with Coursera, Google, Facebook, all these major things. But what I'm really focused on and what I'm really proud about is what the work that our community members are doing. When we have communities like I4G Circles that are student ambassadors who are taking on their own communities, building out their own people, their own followers, and building the numbers of that community into 60,000 people. When I start looking at the members of our community and start looking at the size and understanding that almost 60% of our community members are women. So it's proving that we're tapping into something, we're inspiring people, and we're moving the needle in amazing ways when it comes to the tech community. So I don't want to keep patting myself on the back. I've never been more proud in my life to do some of the things that I'm doing with these communities and with faces like you guys here. So again, I'm very proud to be working with Hacklab. A lot of our other amazing sponsors here, Coven, Nodate. I'm not going to mess up this name, but I'm really happy that you're here and you had a very amazing speech as well. And AFF, we've come in these halls several times, so we know that you guys have been doing a lot of hard work trying to just increase and support innovation in the African space. So with that being said, again, just very proud to be here, very happy, very inspired.
All right, thank you so much. How many people here is benefiting from the Ingressive for Good scholarship right now? Okay. Yeah. Oh, hell no. We're doing this together. Exactly, yeah. All right, so I'm going to be inviting the CEO of Blue Africa Media, Christian Okoli. A round of applause for him, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to go straight to the point. Yes. Yeah, this talking is actually not my, unless I'm teaching business. Okay. I work with Blue Africa. We've been in existence for 7 years. We are 3. We run a Pan-African 360 media company. They're actually the first in Nigeria, so they say. We're based in Enugu and Abuja. We're opening office in Ghana. We're still waiting for Foster. So I'm going to share a little bit of what I do, then I'm also going to say something very unique about what we're doing here. I'm a big-time believer in partnerships. So when they grouped most of you to actually build things and actually work here is actually very good. One thing that have actually helped me as an entrepreneur to scale, yeah, everybody's looking at me like, how old are you? Yeah, I'm about your age. And yes, to brag a little, with over 45 people on payroll. Yeah, and we actually... Yeah, and we actually own the biggest media company in Southeast, right? By number of employment, by how big our infrastructure is, and by next month we are launching what is going to be the first product studio in Southeast. So I'm just saying this because I'm getting to somewhere. I'm going to tell Foster, a lot of people that are going to come here, the teams that will win, I'm going to make it a point of action for Blue Africa Media to take the platform, to take the team and tell their story. That's what we do for companies. Companies like Zen Finance, who are penetrating Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya. Then a lot of other companies. Yes, we are mainly, our expertise mainly are in government, but we're actually switching to a lot of private sectors. Yeah, I consult for Enugu State government or media. I don't say it all the time because of security. I know. I'm not rich, so that's what I'm going. So I'm not rich, but the most important thing is what we are doing here is actually very important. Tech is the future. I myself, I'm also looking at getting into tech. I've been talking to Foster, but at the end of the day, the position I'm taking on tech is the storytelling angle of it. And just like our motto states, we help a lot of brands gain market equity. If you look at the tech in Africa, most of African products are not even dominating the African tech ecosystem. Most of those products are not Nigerian owned. So we at Blue Africa Media, our entry into tech is we are looking for tech platforms who are serious, who want to gain market equity. Then what do? We partner with them. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at companies or platforms that will come out of here. I'm going to make it a point of contact. Blue Africa Media will help you tell your story, will help you go to the market. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to say how I met Foster. I met Foster like a normal young guy that just felt, oh, I need to be in another country. So I went to Ghana without knowing anybody, just our friend. We came in. So what we're doing, we go to popular places in Ghana. We try to meet people, ask them what they do. So once you tell me what you do, I always have something to offer you. And I'm the best. I'll give first before you give me. I don't come and say, gift me. If I meet anybody now, first thing I say, I can fly you to the studio, create all your brand, your images, your every single thing before I ask what to give me. So that's my market strategy. So we went to Ghana. We're looking for people that help us come into Ghana. And that's how I met Foster. And Foster sold Hacklab to me. And I was like, okay, it's expensive pulling the team from Abuja or Enugu to actually come to Lagos, but I'm going to do it because I believe in relationship and I believe in what Foster is doing. So every year, Foster Hacklab is in Lagos. We are here. And that is our own commitment to us keeping our promise in terms of saying we are looking for platforms, we are looking for companies who want to gain market equity, and we're going to stand and back them up. We have the resources, we have the manpower, we're just looking for a unique product. So thank you, and thank you, everybody.
Wow. I like to sell my own story first. Should I start? But yeah, wow, that's really great. I mean, Aggressive for Good also has, platforms where stories from hackathons similar to this could also be shared. So, I'm really looking forward to the solutions from this. I'm really looking forward to the stories from this as well. So thank you so much for that, Kristen. So I'm going to be also calling in the head of Africa Fintech Foundry. Is he here? Okay, no worries then, that's fine. So, okay. Then we're going to be jumping into some testimonials. Woo! So we're looking at the winners from the Hacklab Nigeria 2021 and the winners Hacklab 2016. Also, so we have Sam, Ayo, and Norris. I think there are also videos. Are we ready to show those videos?
Hi, my name is Sam Ayo, and I'm part of Team Magneto, the first place winner for the Hacklab Foundation 2021 Maiden Edition in Nigeria. Wow! It's an exciting experience for me because I had to jump on an exciting, innovative product for the very first time in a long time. Now, why did I have to say that? Because bringing my team together to function and bring out an AI-powered product, an MVP as at that duration was a really long stretch. I came across the Hacklab Foundation 2021 Hackathon on Twitter, and when I saw it, I introduced it to my team, which are a set of unique and amazing individuals, and we brought our minds together and skill and came up with an exciting solution, an AI-powered healthcare project. Doing this hackathon and putting all the resources as well as skill we had together was a really long stretch for myself and also for the team, because we had to work tirelessly day and night. interfacing within ourselves, brainstorming, innovating, and making regular commits to GitHub for the judges to evaluate our progress. I could never even forget those nightly calls we had to put together and those WhatsApp group meetings we had to have together to ensure we had a successful MVP towards the end of the hackathon. What really encouraged me to register for the hackathon was seeing that it was the first time it was coming to Nigeria and my need to always share innovative ideas, as I always consider myself an innovative think tank. As an AI engineer that functioned in the team, Team Magneto was full of an amazing team, and the Hacklab Foundation 2021 gave us an opportunity to share our bright minds and put our ideas together. What I learned throughout that period was how to work under pressure and also how to bet and innovate a viable MVP product within the shortest minimum time, and also able to present and communicate this as well as work within a team. Thank you to Hacklab Foundation for this fantastic opportunity.
So my Hacklab journey was started a little funny because I won the very first hackathon from Hacklab, and then it's been great so far because Hacklab helped me get my internship, and then through that Hacklab helped me get my job. So Hacklab Foundation stands for a lot for me personally, and then what Hacklab Foundation did for me, we want to do it for a lot more people. The Hacklab Foundation stands for inspiration, it stands for hope, it stands for innovation. We want to bring on the next wave of African entrepreneurs, the next wave of African tech people. We want to bring on the next wave of innovators, big thinkers. So through that, I became the IT lead for Hacklab, where we are championing all the next wave of IT trends, being it blockchain, being it machine learning, being it artificial intelligence, being any new trend that's coming on. We want Hacklab Foundation to be part of it. And then that's the main reason why we brought on Connect. And Connect is our digital platform where we are bringing on all our participants, whether developer, whether business, whether it's design, anything else, any skill that you have, we are combining them with mentors and then investors, so that it will be an ideal pool where you can share ideas. We have our founder story on Connect, and then many more. This year, Hacklab is 5 years old. So we are even bigger and better than we started. Our main focus this year is artificial intelligence and then machine learning. So you can, all the data freaks out there, meet us this April at KNUST, and then bring your ideas, let's share, let's have fun, and then let's bring forth the next wave of machine learning and artificial intelligence in Africa.
Okay. All right. Are we looking at the next winners? Wow, no energy. The next winners, where are they? I'm registering for that. I was telling you, let's partner. We'll be in the same team.
Just imagine me coming to pitch.
All right, so we are going on a 10 minutes break. I can see everybody's eyeing the food there. It's all there. It's going to be enough for everyone. And everyone that says they were hungry earlier, I hope you eat and then come back with better energy. All right, so thank you, everyone. Okay, we want to take pictures. Okay, let's take pictures and then we go out for the break. Oh, sure. Yeah. All right, so let's take pictures. all my lines that I was dropping. I should just say it. All right, this is microphone, not your crow. All right. So welcome back. We are going to be watching a video documentary on digital transformation. It's a very inspiring video. I think today's theme should be called inspiring. So are we ready? All right, hit it.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in: you. Right now, you are a central point in the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated. To imagine change squared, you've got to start engaging more with what might be, not just with what is. Immerse yourself in the immediate future, 5 to 7 years out from today. We need to go beyond technology and data to reach human insights and wisdom. Technology represents the how of change, but humans represent the why. The future is about holistic business model. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. Humanity is where true and lasting value is created. We will engage, relate, and buy things because of the experiences they provide, because of their transformative power. The future doesn't just happen. The future gets happened. The new way to work is to embrace technology, but not to become it. The future is in technology, yet the bigger future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead from here.
All right. So, one thing that I learned from this very short video is to not be technology, but to build technology. So I'm going to be having a quick fireside chat with Foster talking about big data and AI. Welcome. A round of applause for Foster. So do we drag this chairs forward? Is this fine? Is this fine? Okay.
Come in. We'll have people behind us.
Thank you, Sean. All right, so we're going to be talking about transforming Africa through big data and AI. I guess my first question would be, what is big data, what is AI, and why should we care about it?
Big question, big words, simple meanings, I guess. Thank you very much. I think it's a very important conversation we are having now. And to be having young people in the room having this conversation is a very important thing. Most often than not, these buzzwords originate from big conferences like the World Economic Forum, Africa Business Forums, United Nations, talking about international policies about the future of the world and how technology will advance it. But not forgetting, we are the ones it impacts the most. And so when we talk about fourth industrial revolution, big data, artificial intelligence, we are currently in a phase of the world's revolution where technology meets biology, meets chemistry, and how things used to be before are changing. In the world where we used to, you had to be a mechanic, you had to be an engineer to find a good job. You had to wake up every day to take your bag, wear your clothes, or wear your overall and go to work. It's changing. Today, you wake up, sit behind your PlayStation and play games the whole day, and they are wondering whether you are jobless, you have hope in life, and all of that. And all of these things revolve around one thing: the advancement and evolution of technology. And technology is getting more and more powerful because of what? The discovery that it needs more data to make things more easier and to make people more lazy. But laziness in this sense is free time to be able to think about other things and to get innovative about what the future could hold, other problems that need to be solved. And we find ourselves in a very unique place in the world, Africa, because our problems are unique to us, and only us really understand how to solve our own problems. If you import technology today from the West and you try to apply it wholesale, as in its whole form, you are most likely to fail in Africa. And if you try to export technology out of Africa into other markets, you are likely to fail as well, because it only works for us. Tell me, after the advent of mobile money, right, so many countries outside of Africa have tried to apply the concept of mobile money in their worlds. But the plastic is what people are used to in the other parts of the world, and that works for them. You can't have a train system working or fully functioning in Africa. The only African country, sub-Saharan African country, that has a working train system, properly working train system with the time, is South Africa. The rest of Africa, we know our Trotskys work for us. How do you call it here? The bus. Danfu, the Danfus work. The Boda works. The Trotro, the Okada works. Right? So our problems are unique. Now, zooming into the question she asked me, what is big data? What is artificial intelligence? As technology has evolved by the day, we are starting to discover and find ways to mimic the human brain, or how humans think, intelligence. And to generate intelligence, you need data to build insights. and it is deciphering the insights that you build intelligence, right? And so if I had to break this down in, say, biological sense, look at this screen. How many of you here studied science? Studied science, biology, biology, good. Now, if I take off my glasses, the light rays from this projector onto the screen is beaming back into my eyes, going to my cornea, there's refraction, it goes into my brain, then tell me the rest, and then it forms an image, an inverted image that looks like it is this, right? Yeah. Good. If you take the same concept and you take this projector, the projector is designed with the concept of the eye, right? Now, for new ways of doing things, let's say live streaming, it's basically transposing this into a more digital stream and getting it reflected or mirrored in multiple areas for people to see, right? Good. Now, this is all data that has to come in for a microcontroller that has been processed in the projector to convert it to make sense to look like this. Yeah. So data is becoming that fuel that we need to create more and more sophisticated things to make our lives easy. That's how come Google can now listen to my voice and use natural language processing, which is I'm using all these buzzwords because I assume all of you have done your homework before getting into this room, right? So Google, Google Home will listen to you and respond and assist you schedule your calendar, Google Assistant, etc. by listening to your voice, use natural language processing, map it to whatever it is in terms of data sets, and be able to tell that you are saying schedule a meeting for 9 p.m. with Hanifa, right? So that is basically big data and artificial intelligence dampened down in the simplest form.
Awesome. Wow, thank you so much for that. Round of applause, please. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is around, again, from the video that we just watched, around where you're building technology and you're making sure that technology is for us and not that we are technology, right? So the why is for humans, and then the it or the what is the technology. And then obviously, being able to create local solutions for the everyday African man or woman. And I think recently, a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, I was watching I call them scary videos, because you see where they talk about technology in the next 50 years or in the next 100 years, and we're going to be traveling to Mars, although we are already traveling to Mars. And we're going to be, creating lives outside of Earth, and we're going to be, having this crazy, man, let's not go in there, because again, it is scary. But then it's from big data, from AI, it's from the imagination and creativity that humans kind of put into place to be able to kind of build that. And I guess where I'm moving into is the exponential build of technology. What do you see or what's your craziest idea, or what do you see it happening, or how do you see it happening here in the African ecosystem? We've talked about the downfall, we've talked about what's especially working for us. So in terms of AI and big data, what's working for us and what may work for us?
Thank you very, very much. For me, I love to learn. And the one thing I wish never to do is write examination. Yeah. And even though I love to learn everything, if I were guided early enough to know where my path would be, I probably would have not learned some things, right, to accelerate my path to becoming a master of that subject. But again, there's a new generation of people who are called generalists, who do not really know clearly what they want to become. And so they learn everything. And they have a bigger place today in community, because companies now look for people who are agile, who have the cognitive flexibility to switch between subjects. So you started your education by studying basic, everybody studies the same course, right? You go to high school, you start to specialize a bit. You go to the university, you learn the foundations of your specialization, and then you decide to pursue your master's degree, either it's in the same field or in another field. If I were to predict where technology would go and to prioritize what technology should be for Africa, it would be to transform the educational space. Where from the very first day I am born, when I start to limp, there's an ability to determine who I am, how I learn, and then start to give me content related to the type of learning style I have. So if I'm an audiovisual person, I should start consuming and learning through that process. If I'm a motor person, that means I have to write to get something to stick in my brain. Then that approach is taken for me. A lot of us here have very bad handwritings. Me for example, because I hardly write. I'm always typing, right? And so to answer your question about where the future of technology is going, I think if every single African has access to education, most of our problems will be solved, because the barrier to why things and systems are not working is because of lack of information. And this lack of information is communicated in a language that is not local, that people don't relate to in their various communities. And bear in mind, every single time you get more and more educated, that there's someone who gets less and less educated, because you are moving 10 steps further and they are still marking time where they are. And so it puts you in a position where you always have to look back and see who is the nearest person lagging that I have to carry along. Forget about the standardization and the ethics code they set in your schools to say, well, don't cheat in your examination. I'm not saying cheat. But if you can help your friend study and get prepared enough to score better than they did previously, rather than want to be at the top of the class, then you start to think differently. There's a concept called Ubuntu, a Zulu word that says, together we are, wholesomeness, right? And that is the mantra of Africa. That's the culture of Africa. That's what all cultures in Africa are built on. And before the white man came in to infiltrate, they first had to break us apart by looking for things that each one wanted more to make us superior over the other. And naturally, competitions are good, right? I'll tell you for a fact, we designed these hackathons deliberately to get all of you to compete. But our ultimate goal is for you to learn faster. Because every one of you were forced to probably read 100 or 150 or 200 articles, get on a call with your teams to hear your perspective about the ideas you want to develop here. But ideally, if there was nothing to compete for, what's your motivation to call your friends at 12 a.m., 1 a.m. to sit up and be brainstorming? What's your motivation to read 100 articles in less than a month because you want to win this hackathon, right? So competition can be used as an instrument to drive innovation. And that is what we are trying to achieve. And that is what technology for us is helping us accelerate. Getting everybody to participate in this hackathon remotely. There are over 800 of you. There are barely 200 of you here, right? But every single person is having an opportunity to participate. I was amazed when we had representation from 36 states in Nigeria. Right? Yes. Ketsi Ingressive for what?
For good. Woo!
This is Hacklab for Good in partnership with Ingressive for Good. Doing amazing stuff. And we are here in the Africa Fintech Foundry, right? I'll tell you for a fact, when we told these guys we wanted to host this hackathon here, it was just yesterday, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, we had another venue. We came here, we're like, I think this environment is more conducive. Clustering everybody in one space. People now trying to transition out of COVID. There's still that psychology of this space is too clusterfull, it's too closed. I don't feel too safe here. I feel blocked. You have the ability to move around into other spaces, right? And the concept built here is on the premise of technology as a new revolution, right? For a bank like Access Bank to make an investment into a center like this, it's a forward-thinking organization, thinking about the future of people like you. It's a pipeline to find you, but it's also a pipeline to grow you, right? So that's where I foresee technology going as Africa. Education first, everything next.
Okay, I love it. Thank you so much. I think I'm also going to kind of go in line with that and say education first. And I absolutely love the word Ubuntu, just like you shared. And there's this African proverb that I've always loved. If you want to go farther, you go together. But if you want to go faster, you go alone. And like nobody knows where it's from, but we all know that it's an African proverb. And it's a testament to the fact that if we want to move forward, as individuals, as a community, as a tech community, as a local community, wherever you're from. Imagine having representation from 36 states in Nigeria alone. Imagine having, and I'm sure we have representation from at least one other or two other countries in Africa, right? And again, it's just to show that we are growing. I believe we are growing, we are learning from each other, we are ready to go outside of the thinking that has been brought into the continent for the last 100 years thereabout. And I believe that we are going to do better. We are here to build better. We are here to build amazing solutions. And I think, yeah, this is the end of this fireside chat. Thank you so much for warming this seat.
It's my pleasure.
All right. I guess I'm just going to be here to, I'm enjoying this. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to be introducing the next session. Kindly give me a couple of minutes. And while we're doing that, I hope you all already have your amazing ideas and oh, I love it. I can see somebody writing things down. All right, so I think we have a panel session next, and it's going to be moderated by Benga Onolaja. Is he here? The head of marketing? Oh, hi. All right. Okay, so let me just get off your seats. Okay, this is your seats now. And we're going to be talking about unpacking edge use cases for financial services. And yeah, I'll just leave you to introduce your speakers. Okay. All right, I'm just coming here. Yeah, I think here is fine. We have one speaker is joining us virtually, and then one is going to be coming here to sit, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Hanifa.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome. It feels so good to be here. No lies. So I'm just to introduce the speakers, yeah?
Yes.
The people with the big brains. Okay, then. There is, of course, Foster, who is the founder of Hacklab. All right. Please welcome him. With the Hacklab love. Thank you. I'm so sorry. You need to rest, though. Please, can someone get me a bottle of water so that can? Yeah, he's been talking.
I love to talk.
Because the kind of question I'm going to ask, you'll still talk
I need
plenty.
Water.
You need water. And joining us virtually is Clenham Flatzo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. Fiadzo. Okay. Oh, that's an I. Fiadzo. Okay. All right. Clenham is joining us from Ghana. He's a fintech and innovation consultant. Do we have a live link to Fiadzo? Hi. Okay, I don't think we have audio for Fiadzo yet. So. Okay. Bruce, are we working on that?
He's muted.
Okay. No, he's not. He's not.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
I think whenever he's speaking, you have to turn this off.
All right, we hear you. We can hear you. Yes. We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay. We are having some challenge with the network, with the connection.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
All right. So, Bruce, can we go on? Okay. Um, Clena, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right. So, I think when I ask questions, you can unmute yourself so that we don't get a lot of feedback here.
I think they should just turn down the volume.
Or better still, Bruce, can you turn down the volume from a speaker when we are speaking here? We'll just go on. Okay, great. Clena, thank you so much for joining us. And Foster, thank you for putting all of this together. It is
Pleasure.
it's really a privilege to be here.
Sorry, can you please turn it down? When speaking, you just increase the volume.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. All right. So I think let's just dive into it. We have just a couple of minutes to spend, and there are so many questions that I know that the answers to these questions are going to help us, everyone in this room, get a better grasp of edge computing, and most importantly, inspire us to, take the next step, regarding what to do, right? So among all these really smart people here, I'm a computer illiterate, right? So this is what I'm going to ask right now. This is what I'm going to ask right now, yeah? Now, there's been a lot of thoughts on edge computing today, but there are some things I would love to get more complete definition of, right? And of course, the first is edge computing. When we say that word or that phrase, what do we mean really, and how is it different from other types of computing?
So edge computing is basically a subset of artificial intelligence, or it's a sub-discipline of artificial intelligence. And I like to use this simple example to describe what it is. So take your brain. It's in your head, right? It's closer to you. So whatever you experience around your environment, your skin, your feeling, your tastes, your sense of taste, your sense of smell, your vision, it processes it quickly to the brain. It takes the input or the data quickly to your brain, processes it, and brings it and gives the result as a feeling. So right now I have chills. That means that is what it means I'm supposed to feel, right? Good. It is happening what? Instantly and very close to me, where the data source is, right? Now, edge computing is basically that. And the reason why it is different from some other areas of artificial intelligence and big data, which, for example, cloud computing or cloud engineering, is the fact that with the cloud, your brain is somewhere else, right? So it's like your veins have been extended, or there's something called dendrites or whatever it is to your brain, have been moved out of your body, and they put maybe on this chair. So when I get a response to my body, or when I have a change in environment or any stimulus, it takes the process, it goes through that vein out of my body all the way to that brain sitting on the chair, processes it and brings it all the way back. Ideally, these things happen in micro and nanoseconds, right? But imagine a self-driving car having to wait for the sensor and the cameras around it to capture the data around it and all the obstacles. Now transfer it to something somewhere in the cloud, process it and bring it back. And you were on 2G network. Right? and you were on 2G network, what would that look like? Chaos, so many accidents, right? And that's why self-driving cars are typically not an African concept today or yet. The advent of 5G or 4G and 5G started to breed the conversation around how fast can data now be processed and how close can data be processed from the source of the data. And that's what birthed edge computing as a concept or as a sub-discipline in artificial intelligence. Did I get it right based on your research? I got it right.
A plus, yes. So thank you so much, Foster. I would love to hear Clenam's thoughts on this as well. Clenam.
Can you hear me?
Brilliant. Okay. This is a bit awkward, but we'll try. We'll give it a try. Yes. So thank you so much, Clenam. The example that you gave, Foster, was very visceral, and I think it gives credence to how powerful edge computing can be, because it feels like that is what computing should be, right? You don't have to outsource that decision to another device, right? And I think that's brilliant. So this session is on finance here. So I'm going to, double click very quickly on edge computing and the implication of that, in the finance, vertical, right? I think I'm going to direct this to Clenam, first of all, for us to get his thoughts on there. And that will be, what are some of the best examples of edge computing in finance right now? Clenam.
Can you hear me? I always have to ask because I want to make sure that you can hear.
Loud and clear.
Okay. So I think that
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Clena. Yeah, so many great examples. As it kept talking, I realized how powerful this pre-event fraud prevention, technologies can be. So here's something that, and I don't know if this is an example of edge computing. I would love to hear from you. So if you try to withdraw at Nigerian ATMs, right, and your face was dark, the ATM wouldn't work. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. You've noticed that, right? I don't know if it's edge computing, right? I just want to ask right now, right? And sometimes for you to be able to withdraw, you have to take your phone and shine a light to your face and then withdraw, right? What is that?
It is where technology is taking us to. Right? I think one of the biggest problems in Africa is corruption, right? And real-time tracking, real-time verification of information, of biometrics is what is changing the financial service sector. It happens to be the most highly regulated sector and the most critical after security or even has an impact on the security of a country significantly. The moment there's financial instability, there's stress on people and they start to react in a certain way. So always making sure people are not in a state of panic in terms of financial stability is very, very critical. And edge computing creates or provides that avenue to be able to advance how simple we are able to make access to financial services to people without having to ask them for all those professional credentials. Right? Today, you tell somebody to provide, if you are going to fill a KYC form for a bank account, you have to fill a form. Are you requested to draw a map of where you live here? You are not. No, Nigeria actually has, so thankfully Nigeria actually has one of the best financial service systems in Africa. Just so you know, probably the best. Come on, right? And no African country far beats you guys in terms of acceleration of financial technology, right? You see how you use your bank accounts here? If mobile money had not been invented, Nigeria would probably remain the only country in Africa that has the most efficient P2P transactions digitally, right? With the advent of mobile money, the likes of Safaricom, M-Pesa, and MTN Mobile Money, Vodafone Cash, have tried to apply what you guys do with your bank accounts with what we do with mobile money. And the reason why mobile money is not as big here is because your banks work. Your banking system works. It's like I bought suya and I paid the guy with my friend's account. I was like, why is this kebab guy asking me for bank account? Like in Ghana, asking someone for their bank account is like you're about to transact 100,000 of cedis. But 500 naira, 200 naira, 2 bank accounts, right? That cost us. We now even have e-levy in our country. That even prevents us to move money online. Wow. Right? You are being taxed on money you move digitally. So you guys, trust me, you are in one of the best places to be when it comes to financial systems. But this also exposes you to a lot of fraud, right? And for the financial service system to be as tight as it is and facilitate P2P means they have to consistently innovate around security and reduce fraud rates. And that is real-time processing of biometrics, right? Real-time processing. And that is basically what edge computing is, real-time processing. How fast am I able to verify that you are the one to allow you to perform the transaction you want to do? And I didn't even know that your ATMs actually had the facial recognition to verify you before you withdraw. Right? In Ghana, all you need is a chip and pin card. You insert it, you enter. I can give you my card to go and withdraw money for me.
If I could expand on that, I don't think what it does, and again, if there is anybody in banking here, maybe they could be able to expand on this properly. But I think what it does is to verify that the person is a person.
Oh, so it just captures your face.
Yes.
Not verify with your face.
Not verification.
Who will be able to withdraw
honestly,
Yeah.
it's not. There's nothing like that in Ghana. Please, I can just it can sometimes there's no lights where the ATMs. You have to make sure there's a security. There's mostly a security one in the buildings where the ATMs are. So that's what. But sometimes you look at this ATM and you look at the environment and you are like, no, I'm not withdrawing money here. If this is the last ATM that is functioning, I'll wait till the day is up, the daylight is bright, then I'll go and withdraw money from there, right? So that is what edge computing is doing in financial service sector, to provide an opportunity for the illiterates in the remotest part of the country to have access to remote onboarding, right? Today, in certain countries, you can't create an account without having to go to the branch. You can't. This is because the regulator says an officer has to verify you face to face before you can do that. Recognition systems with capture systems and matching to verify the confidence level of your face against the real-time picture they took, or the picture you uploaded, or the picture on your ID card, allows for some room of it gives room for allowance to accommodate remote onboarding, because then you can create a tier system to limit that, right, in terms of gauging the other side of it, and then when you do other verifications, you eventually expand on the limits that the person can transact on. And that is what edge computing is about. Take your phone, where you want to create an account. Okay, a voice tells you what is your name in a local language in Igbo. How do you say? Do you speak Igbo? What language do you? What's Nigerian language?
What do you want to say?
Put the phone on your face.
And okay, I can't say that. I can say Kedu.
What is Kedu?
Kedu is how are you?
Oh, yeah. Are you Nigerian?
Yes, no.
Okay, what language do you speak?
I speak Yoruba.
Good.
I know.
How do you say put a phone on your face in Yoruba? I just want to demonstrate something. You'll be the voiceover, I'll be doing the actions. Okay, then I put it on, then tell me capture.
Capture what?
Okay, press the white button on the screen.
The button
and then I click it. Then it takes me to the next page and say mention your name 3 times.
So Rukwele Meta.
Foster. Right?
All right.
This after it captures this data as your KY, as your verification code, because ideally you have to use your thumbprint. If you use a phone that doesn't have a fingerprint system, how do you do it? So voice recognition, facial recognition, because everybody literally has a front camera.
All those things can be done effectively if all of that information is close to the point where the data has been collected and then processed, and then the information is sent back to that device.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's also a limitation, right? Bringing it to the edge doesn't mean it's applicable in all situations. You need a faster network, like a 5G, a 5th generation network, to facilitate more use cases for edge computing, because there's an extent of communication between the device you have and the cloud at some point to compute certain types of data, like verification, because the database has indexed who you are on a cloud service, and your phone has that system. But there's the ability to download your biometrics on your device. So once you change a device, you have to reconfigure your biometrics again to be able to do that. And that's edge computing, where they bring the biometrics onto your device, so verification is done on your device.
Kind of like the way it happens with your iPhones, yeah?
Exactly. So that's basically edge computing.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Foster. Please, a round of applause for him. He has really broken this down, and I've learned so much in this space of 20 minutes than I think I've learned in 40 hours of research and online. And I hope that is true for you guys as well. Okay, so I have one question for you and for Koku up there. And there are all these people in the room, they're going to be building things, right? What I want to ask is, in what ways can people in this room make significant contribution, right, to advancing edge computing in fintech in Africa, considering all the limitations that we have, right? So we have to share some of these thoughts, but make sure they are grounded, you know, because ultimately this is Africa. A lot of the people that we'll be speaking to will not have an iPhone, right? They are going to have a Technophone or an itel, right? How can we move edge computing forward in this context? I'm going to take from Koku first, and then from you after.